congratulations on the film. Fantastic to bring it to the big screen.
Yeah.
How much of a challenge was that in COVID times, and also any complexities about getting it onto an IMAX-sized screen?
Yeah, I think, I'm so glad that the industry kept going during COVID, obviously during a very strict set of protocols, which we all welcomed, embraced. Of course that was an added hurdle, to jump. But I think the biggest responsibility was honoring what's come before us, making sure that the DNA of what made the series great wasn't lost as we transcribe into a much larger space. And the thing is, the great thing about a film like this is it allows you to build a team to prep the extremes of some of these sequences. So it really reminds you every single day, that genuinely, that, make a piece like this and some of the action set pieces, it becomes the most collaborative art form that there is. So I think, the biggest responsibility was making sure that we didn't waste a resource, that we could use the time and the resource, the money that was given to us to explore this story. But, more importantly, is to kind of honor the DNA of what made it great in the first place. I think that was probably my biggest challenge.
And talking about the action sequences, how difficult was that to do, and what was the most rewarding part of that for you?
I think the most rewarding part, from when I read on Neil Cross's page, there was one of the major set pieces happening in the busiest part of London, reading that, thinking, are we ever going to pull it off? And then 1 year later, we're watching it. The journey from reading it to pulling it off was quite extreme, but I think I'll never forget the kind of opportunity that gave, that sequence.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!